And it's just good to see him back feeling close to 100%. This is a Kentucky team that's just been really battling the injury bug. But Andrew Carr, if he's looking like this, and Lamont Butler is starting to get back somewhere near it. Look, 80% of Lamont Butler's better than 0%.
Warren for 3. Toe may have been on the line. See if that comes to play later. 8-point lead. Oway. It's around Cruz. And we'll flare it out for Brea. What a year it's been for Mark Pope to build a foundation. His first year as a head coach at his alma mater. It's a 20-win season. He'll finish 2 games above 500 in SEC play, and he is one of the few coaches who's spoken out and said, we are going to Nashville not to play. We're going to the SEC tournament to win it. He knows how much it means to that fan base to have another great run. They haven't had one since Shea Gilgeous-Alexander was wearing Kentucky blue. It was the last great Kentucky run in the SEC tournament.
I mean, to put in perspective, of course, the opportunities in this year's SEC have helped this, but they've taken advantage. They've had 7 wins coming into today over the AP top 15. That's the most in program history. Wow. And a win here, as it looks like they'll close out with tie Kentucky with the 92-93 Indiana team and 78-79 Duke team for the most top 15 wins ever in a single season.
33 seconds to play. Warwick with another 3. Inbounded to Oway. Grill with the slap foul for his 4th. Pardon me, that's his 5th.
That's his 5th.
So that will bring it in to the home career of Caleb Grill. 8 points on his senior day. He was a fantastic high school athlete at Mays High School in Wichita, Kansas. There are his parents watching from the stands. He said, I love playing high school football because as the quarterback, you are forced into a leadership position. I asked Caleb as he was getting shots up last night, how do you reflect on what was such an up and down college career? A couple of stints at Iowa State, briefly at UNLV, then a second chance with Missouri. He said, I didn't always make the right decisions. It wasn't always perfect, but I wouldn't have done it any other way.
That guy has as much respect as any player in the SEC does. Tough as nails, has gotten better every single year. So coachable. You see the emotion by the parents because they have witnessed and seen the hard work he's had throughout his entire life. And the story is not over. While they might not go out with a bang like they wanted to on their home court, this is a Missouri team that has everything to play for from this point on.
It looked like a Kentucky throwaway, but the officials say it will be Kentucky basketball that was tipped by Mizzou. Could go to the monitor, but won't. From the mat. Deep in the corner, Brea. Awkward inbounds, gets it to Carr. Saves the day once again. Williams gets hammered by Boateng. And that'll put Amari Williams at the free throw line. The foul was on the floor.
You mentioned, Carr, I'm not trying to overstate it, but that is such a tough bounce pass in traffic when you're getting denied. I believe it was Brea taking it out, puts it on the money, but Kentucky has not been very open against this press break. They've just had to go meet that pass with 2 hands, old school style, against a Missouri team that's trying to jump passing lanes.
Well, Carr, 16 points. And he has gotten it done at both ends of the floor.
Well, I think he's also a guy that when you sit there in your late game situation, you're like, all right, where can we get a bucket? You've got Barea curling outside for 3s. You can work through Amari Williams. Butler's terrific in the pick and roll game. But then you got Carr, who can just be a Swiss Army knife. And just catching that ball again in traffic, under control for your big man, that's not easy to do. And when they've got him out there, along with Williams, despite the size, you feel like you've got the IQ of 5 point guards on the court, and that's just invaluable.
Missouri was playing for a chance to, with some upsets, lock down the 4 seed in a double bye in the SEC tournament. But the Tigers, if they don't pull this miracle off, will go into Nashville having lost 4 out of its last 5 games. How does that impact how you think of Missouri going into the postseason?
Well, I think they've got to find a way to win games when they're not dominating from the free throw line and they're not turning people over, leading to transition points. That to me, the book is out. All right, you can beat Missouri if you limit their transition and you take care of the basketball. And they've just got to find a way to win some of these games where they're not going to be able to just outscore you in the 80s.
And certainly when you get into a neutral site situation instead of the comforts of this home building, the Tigers are about to drop to 18-2 on the year. Amari Williams from Nottingham, England. One more coming. Plays with Sasha Kalea-Jones on the English national team. He broke the Kentucky assist record for a 7-footer this season, and he nails 2 late. It'll be the 5th 90-point game for Kentucky in conference play this year.
10 of 12 from the line for the big man. 64% on the year. So stepping up.
Warwick goes into Oweh, and he'll be shooting 3. There's a 4th on Otega Oweh. All right, I asked you what you think about Missouri going forward. What about Kentucky? If the Cats can keep Lamont Butler on the floor, that seems like a big pivot point for the Cats in the postseason.
1,000%. And their work in the non-conference is going to certainly reward them with a favorable seed in the NCAA tournament. So can this team make the Sweet 16? Absolutely. From there, remains to be seen. I mean, they're shorthanded. But look, if you can make it to that second weekend, you can see that Final Four. And so this is a Kentucky team that every time they've been counted out or you think, okay, great season, it's about to go downhill, all they do is respond with some impressive performance.
Jeremy Sanchez getting in the floor late for Tamar Bates. Missouri will have the senior festivities post-game. Warwick with 17 for Missouri. And the Cats will run out the clock. Kentucky goes to 21-10, 10-8 in the league play. Missouri drops to 21-10, same record in the league at 10-8. And Andrew Carr and Kentucky come into Columbia and notch a monster win, and they'll hit the postseason